You've already seen this book, magical book on forbidden knowledge. I don't know if it's available any longer. Remember, cane sugar and sugar products, coffee, spices were an extremely important part of the economy back in 1721 when this book was printed. Sugar wasn't readily available to most people, and chocolate too wasn't readily available, and coffee shops had just opened in most of Europe. I know I'm being silly. No real eggs laid by hens, just chocolate eggs, and part of a chocolate soccer bunny because I ate the head off and I bit the ear off. See, I bit the ear off. I like chocolate during the winter. And I like lime sherbet and orange sherbet and lemon sherbet during the summer. Nothing like sherbet, orange, lemon, lime during a hot summer day. And nothing like a good steaming cup of hot chocolate or even chocolate candy during the winter. Soccer bunny. And of course, like I said in one of the blogs, my mother used to celebrate all the holidays, all the traditional holidays, with all the decorations. And on Easter, we always had the peeps and the jelly beans. Allegedly Ronald Reagan's favorite, President Ronald Reagan. Though he ate them all the time, allegedly. That's the story. I don't know. A lot of people don't celebrate with traditional decorations anymore. I believe that hurt my mother emotionally. She was born in 1913 and she died 92 years old. Saw a lot of changes. And you know what? You also will see a lot of changes. It's a shame that many businesses don't hire older workers like they should. I followed the Wall Street occupation movement. I followed it very closely on the internet. Good for them, the young people, fighting for their jobs. Now they have to fight for their emotional maturity and find out the truth behind religion and government. There's a lot of secrets still to be exposed. And I admit, a lot of the older people are living in a romantic fantasy of good guys and bad guys. That's called dualism. That's what keeps the world going. You divide people. It's called divide and conquer. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Divide and conquer is just what Lincoln said. A nation divided cannot stand. Put that in your soul and in your blood. A nation divided cannot stand. And I know about the American Union. The North American Union, to me, is a good idea. But only unless it's voluntary. Only unless the Canadians and the Mexicans can have a full-scale debate, an honest and open debate, about whether they should join in a new country, a new nation, called the North American Union. I believe the idea is good because As a North American Union with a larger population, the North American Union can compete with the Chinese, who have a larger population. They can compete with the Europeans. A North American Union will be able to compete against Europe on favorable terms. The economy is changing, as you well know, and many people have trouble finding older jobs. That's why I mentioned older workers. And I still give a hooray and a hurrah to Occupy Wall Street movement. Though my concerns, if you'll check my posts, were that someone in the government, some rogue or renegade agency, might declare martial law. That was my concern. And I'm still worried about black swans and false flags. There are rogues all throughout the entire establishment. There are rogues in the elite power structure. And these people are certifiable megalomaniacs. I don't know if they're on sugar highs or not. They might be on something else besides sugar. Something maybe that comes from Colombia. I can't break the soccer bunny or it'll fall to pieces. Think about it. The reason I'm talking the way I am is because I'm on a sugar high. The Easter Bunny always used to leave a basket full of candy. And my parents always supported the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, and the Tooth Fairy. That's how the world's constructed. By fantasy, by make-believe, by a scenario, by a narrative, by a story. And my mother and my grandmother always used to say, "Don't talk with your mouth full." And then my grandmother would slap me, and I'd say, "Why did you do that, Grandma?" And she said, "On account."